Welcome back, friends, to another episode of The Pep Talk. Yes, it's been a while since I recorded another video. Today's video is about telephonic skills. Friends, I request you to please share this video with your friends and do like on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, friends, today's video is about telephonic skills. Let me share my screen with you because I have prepared a beautiful presentation for all of you. So before I move into the real part of this session, this demo training session, I would say that yes, telephonic skills are important, especially that you are receiving a lot of services online and also you get your issues resolved, whether it is your SIM card, your telephone connection, whether it's setting up a printer with your laptop or taking an insurance policy and many more. So there are BPOs working round the clock 24/7, serving people globally. Offshore companies set up, lots of people employed in this segment, and the HRs are looking for a very good training to improve their communication skills to serve their clients and customers better. So this is just to help all of you. So please do watch this video till the end. Before I move into the real part, as I said, I want to throw some light that times have changed. If you see this photo right up on your screen, you will have realized that telephones are no more telephones. You see, the progression of this industry and the new softwares that have come in has changed the metaphor of telecommunication and the mobile phone now, once for all. Friends, as I said, there are business process outsourcing or call centers working globally 24/7, helping billions and billions of people get the services, get the issues resolved, and answer their queries, and also sell products through teleconferencing and telephone skills. And as we speak during the pandemic, you know how important the telecom skills become, especially when you're running an organization and a team. And also, no matter which industry you were, you had to communicate through a video conferencing call. So a dedicated bunch of customer service associates are busy working solutions for the customers round the clock. Opening of a call is so important. No dead air, but a positive opening of a call, picking up the phone quickly and greeting the customers, checking their details before answering their query, and ask the reason for the call, understand the customer issue, and resolve it. Multitasking are being done by these associates as we speak, and it is so important to work on the system, fill up the details as well as cater to the customer. So it needs both these skills. Also, listening to the customer is so important, because when you ask questions, open-ended or closed-ended, and listen carefully, you will then get the clue why the customer has called in, even the inherent, or I can say latent things that he's not able to express, you can understand. And by doing that, paraphrasing his issues and understanding, confirming it, you can then go ahead and resolve his issues. Promise a callback, make a callback. Don't just say I will or we will call you back, and then that does not augur well for your company. Listen. Because customer service is so important, because you are the person who is in touch with the customer. You are the company. You are the face of the organization. So please do call back. The process of resolution is lengthy. Ask a callback. It's tough sometimes, I know, but it's important for you to do some research. Do it. But note down. And also, supervisors, if needed, give them the line. Don't feel shy, because you're a team working to help the customer after all. Then we're talking about taking help from your seniors. Yes, you do take help. Never put customers on long holds. They'll just go away and then they'll give a negative, dissatisfying score, because the subject matter expert is around, the team leader is around, the consultants are around, other departments. So you can take help, but time to time understand that whole procedures have to be followed, and do not put them on hold for too long. Then It is so much about teamwork, end-to-end customer service. You did a good job, you passed on to the other person, he didn't do. So your team, your company gets a dissatisfied score because your SLA demands the number of clients to be served, customers to be served, number of issues resolved with a certain amount of customer satisfaction. So you need to do that. You need to keep the CSATs going up. And listen, my friends, listen. End the call on a positive note and make sure every issue is resolved. There's nothing that he wants to say and you didn't listen. Is there anything else I can help you out with? That is the line, so important, isn't it? Nothing like closing, as I said, and turnaround time, tat, tat, tat. Because if you do not finish off that call and resolve that issue, it is open, then your turnaround time goes long, and average TAT is so long. That means your customers are not being served on time, and your SLA or your end of the day, your company's revenues will come down. So always remember that. And of course, build a relationship. Talk about things they like in between. Don't keep a dead air. You know, it's so boring. Now, important thing I want to end. Cobotics is here. What is Cobotics? Well, when robots and humans work together. Yes, I know most of the call center employees and the companies and people are afraid of robots coming into the workspace, automation coming into the workspace. But don't worry, as of now, you're safe. Do a good job, good to go. But robots will work with you side by sides in the coming days. I have no doubt about that. So don't fear that. Just do your work well. Your skills are important because after all, robots can't have that empathy and emotional intelligence that you have. That's still a research that these people are doing on robots. Then we talk about the automation age and the fully robotic age. That's far away, friends, far away. So don't worry. But that will be a reality one day. The automation will start. Robots will make calls. There will be regulations and rules. But how boring would it be to talk to bots and robots and not have that human touch? After all, no matter how robotic you sound, you heard this term robotic, right? In your companies. But you are a human. You have emotions. You understand emotions. You know why the customers are angry at times. Robots, I don't think, are still built to understand emotions and display emotions. I hope that never happens. But as of now, we are relevant. Let's make the customers relevant. Let's make this business beautiful. Thank you, friends, for watching this episode of the Pep Talk. And always tell you, be positive, talk positive, and keep that smile on your face. And goodbye, goodbye. Have a great, great day.